Good afternoon, YouTubers. I've had some messages from some of my subscribers asking me to do a brief video on my bike, which is a fair request. Here it is. No, I'm pulling your leg. Right, I'm going to give it a quick clean, actually. So, I'm going to show you it, give you a brief rundown, a brief history, blah blah blah. I don't think I want that. I'm going to black up some of my plastics, I think, because I don't want them to fade. So here we are. This is my little corner of the world. It's very peaceful, it's very quiet, it's very nice. Really nice afternoon, actually, and just listen. Nothing. Just the way I like it. Okay, so this is my steed. She is a 2005 Honda CBR 600 RR. I bought her from my local dealership. But not new. Interesting story. When I did my CBT, I can't remember when it was. August, I think, August 2012. So 4 months ago. When I did my CBT, this bike belonged to one of the instructors, and he was riding this when he took myself and a couple of others out on the road, and I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it. I thought it was one of the most beautiful bikes I'd ever seen. I loved the colour, really loved the colour. I mean, blue for me, blue's my favourite colour, and I think the rim tape complements it very well. Actually, I think without the rim tape it would be quite boring, and it's reflective too, so it shows up really well in the evening. So on to a little bit about the bike itself. It's completely standard, apart from sliders, the rim tape, a tail tidy. The standard thing's horrific. It's massive. It's like it's out here somewhere. It's awful. And a tinted double bubble, which I fit myself the day that I bought it. And if you're wondering why there's only one wing mirror attached right now, that's because yesterday I had a bit of a mishap, if you like, and almost dropped it. Almost. I didn't quite. I nearly did. And I managed to... I was getting off, and I'd put the kickstand down, or at least what I thought I'd done was put the kickstand down, and I heard it click. So then naturally brought my left leg over, went to get off the bike, and as I stepped over to this side, the bike tipped. But luckily I was still holding on to the handlebar. Yeah, wow, you really don't appreciate how heavy these things are sometimes. So I was kind of stood like this, holding it, and it kind of leant into a wall, but I managed to hold on to it. I managed to pull it just hard enough that the only part of the bike that touched the wall was the wing mirror itself. The fairings didn't touch, the bars didn't touch. As you can see, the bar end is fine. The clutch lever didn't touch. I've no idea how I managed to hold it up. It was just a determination, I think. I was just like, no, there's no way. I'm not going to scratch this bike, no fucking way. But unfortunately, the wing mirror bent and snapped off, which was a bit of a pain. But I've ordered a new one. It's only 15 quid on eBay, so no big deal. I'm going to the NEC bike show in Birmingham this Sunday with a couple of friends. And I hope to come back with an exhaust of some kind. I've got myself a budget of around about 300-ish quid, so I want to come back with a slip-on. I'm thinking probably, I really like, it's got to be carbon, whatever it is, it's got to be carbon. But I'm really liking the Yoshimura RS5 I think that sounds fantastic. Or a Leo Vince Evo, that would be nice. That would be especially nice. Yeah, I'd like me one of them. Two Brothers, I'm not too keen on. I'd be happy with one, don't get me wrong, but if I'm able to get myself a Leo Vince or a Yoshimura, then that's what I'll do. I prefer the sound. They sound kind of more MotoGP-ish, where I think the Two Brothers is a bit more kind of, low down, burbly, kind of meaty kind of sound. There's nothing wrong with. I'd be happy with that. But like I say, if I can get hold of a Leo Vince or a Yoshimura, then I will do. But I'm going to give it a quick clean. Take off a couple of plastic bits and back to black them to bring her up looking spanky. So bear with me. So there we have it. All nice and clean. Ready for another day out on the streets. Can't wait. Oh, I'll tell you a couple more mods that I want to do. The headlights I don't like. They're okay. They work fine, but I mean, kind of visually, I don't really like the fact that only one comes on. I can show you, but it's pretty much the same as most bikes. A lot of modern bikes are like this. Let's start her up here quickly. So, only having the one light on, I just always get idiot people say, "You've got a headlight out, mate. You've got a headlight out. That one, it's out." And then I'll sit there and I'll do this. I'll flick that one on, and then I'll put it back off, and I'll do that. And then they'll be like, "Yeah, that one, it's flickering, mate. It's flickering. I think you got an electrical problem in there, mate." Idiots. So I want to get. I'm in two minds actually. There's a couple of kits that I found that you can buy for these bikes, which converts the headlights into, excuse me, angel eyes. I think you can get an angel eye in each, with a projector in the middle, and like a row of LEDs or something, which look pretty smart. I'm not a fan of all the bright blue ones, so I would get white, just white angel eyes, some HID projectors in there, so they're both on. I think you can get an LED conversion for this too, which makes this kind of like an icy white kind of colour, which is very very visible. So I think I might do that as well. Another thing that I'd really quite like to do is these are pretty vulgar. The indicators, they're huge. So what I'd like to do, and what I've seen done a couple of times before, which I think looks quite smart, is to buy GSXR mirrors, or I think even on some of the newer CBR 1000s, they have indicators up here. So I'll try and get myself a set of them. And then just put some flush mounts down here. The reason why I don't want to put flush mounts on it as it sits is because they're not all that visible from certain angles, and I don't trust car drivers anymore. I mean, I'm new to bikes. I've only been riding bikes a few months, and I've been driving for 7 years. And in the couple of months that I've been riding, I've been pulled out on 3 times. I've been hit once in the leg. No harm done, and that's been sorted. That's done and dealt with. So I just don't trust people's observation skills. I mean, they're just not good. So I think I'll hold off on putting flush mounts on until I've got some indicators on the wing mirrors. What else would I like to do? The levers, I absolutely hate these long dildo-ish style levers. I mean, I absolutely despise them. So I'm tempted to go for these relatively cheap Chinese levers on eBay. I think they're about 18 quid for a set. And what I've read about them, there's a big thread on the 600RR forum about those. And the only bad thing people have to say about them is the anodised finish fades in the sun. I don't care about that because my bike is kept locked up in my shed there, and anywhere I take it, doesn't matter where, anywhere I take it, I have my backpack on with my bike cover in, so it's parked up with the cover on anyway. So I'm not too concerned about that, but I just despise these. Look at this thing. It's horrendous. Awful thing. I hate it, and because I've been riding trials for so long, I'm used to doing everything with one finger, so they just feel horrible. I hate them. Also, for protection, for the bike's protection, not mine, I'd like to get axle sliders that just bolt in down here, and swing arm sliders, so that in the event that I do go down, which I might, it's going to happen eventually. I think everybody crashes at some point, and because I'm such a new rider, I'm bound to make some form of mistake. I'd like to protect my bike as well as I can. I won't jinx myself by saying what you thought I was probably going to say. I'm not going to say it. But there she is, guys. Yeah, this is my noble steed that gets me about and allows me to judge people, and I love it. I love it very much. Now I have the interesting task of getting it back in the shed. Yeah, I'll get back to you with that one. First things first, I'm going to use the 1-point turn technique. And for those of you that aren't aware, this is fucking genius. For those of you that don't know about this, you'll kick yourself afterwards because it's such a damn good idea. I was kicking myself when I found out about it. This is the 1-point turn technique, alright? Check it out. So you got your stand down. That's the most important thing, obviously. So you want to walk up to the bike, grab the throttle side, pull the bars towards you so the wheel is turning to the right. Grab the back of the bike, pull it towards you. Now the bike is completely off the ground, it's resting on the stand. So now you just nice and easy turn around, nice and easy, straighten up the bars before you put it down. There she goes. That is the 1-point turn technique, and it is awesome. Now I'm going to have to, not quite sure how I'm going to do this. So this could be interesting, because I'd imagine I'm going to fail here quite badly. I might ride it onto the little patio bit down there and see how this goes. I foresee pain. I foresee pain and damage. Unless, of course, I'm far enough away to employ the 1-point turn technique again, which I might. So let's see what happens here. Am I going to clear that? It's going to be close. Lift the bike, turn it gently. Remember, these things are fucking heavy. Ah, look at that. Plunk it down. Oh yes, I love it. The 1-point turn technique is what I use when I park my bike in here in the first place. So what I normally do is when I get back from work or whatever, is I ride straight in here, ride down, well obviously unlock the gate, ride straight through here, straight in, park it facing the fridge there, stand down, flip it around, put it down, so in the morning I can come out, just straight back out. Beautiful. I just remembered that I forgot to put my number plate back on, which I've left over there. But there you have it, guys. For those of you who asked, there she is. This is where she sleeps. And yeah, it's been a pleasure. So if you have any more questions, feel free to fire them my way and I'll do my best to answer them for you. Take care.